And welcome everyone to the first ever episode of Otaco Time, where we talk about anime and pop culture. My name is Cloud, your host, and here with us is going to be our constant co-hosts Northald and Conchitas. Um, all right, guys, for our inaugural show, let's give the listeners a little bit of like info about ourselves, just who we are, what we like. So I guess I'll start. So my name's Cloud. I'm a degenerate. Just kind of how it goes. I watch anime, and I tend to just watch kind of like anything really. But what I tend to look for in anime is just usually like if it's character driven, I like to focus on that because I think characters are super important, a little bit more than story. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, what more can I say? I'm a degenerate. Who wants to go next?
Yo, I'm Norethald. Well, let's see a little bit about myself. I'm a con goer, so I've been hitting up like Anime Expo for a while, and I just watch anything. It could be from the light-hearted slice of life stuff to the edgy stuff. So don't worry, I'll satisfy all your.
You're here for the Dojins and
Oh yeah.
you watch all that, huh?
Chris came for the titties, but stayed for the story. Right, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, sick.
All right, I am Conchitas, and I mean, do you guys want to let people know where they can find you on Twitter?
We can do that at the end.
Yeah.
All right. And I would say I'm like the probably like the biggest casual here, right? And so um, I mean, I just like all things anime and pop culture. I feel like getting deeper into anime and like really discovering what else is out there aside from like the usual popular stuff. But I also have a soft spot for a lot of the slice of life romance, a lot of the etchy, um, and yeah, just about everything in between. So yeah, that's me. You can find me at Mayor of Panland. Cloud, where can they find you?
As you can see, all of our socials are listed right here. So they can follow me at a simple cloud. That's simply what I am, simple cloud, Northall.
And I like to keep it simple at Norethald. Bam.
Oh,
There you go.
awesome.
Check out
Yeah.
at Northall on Twitch for his OnlyFans
Oh,
exclusive streams.
Oh, okay. No, we're not
oh,
gonna
oh,
promote that just yet. That's when we get a
yeah,
little
yeah,
desperate.
yeah. They call
Um,
Not
me
yet,
the
not
feet man.
yet.
I mean,
oh damn. This is too much for the first episode. Anyway,
Right. Let's
um,
lower the expectations.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so if you're just stopping by, I don't know if you just happen to catch our podcast, I just want to say welcome to everyone who happens to be listening. Um, I think right now it's just like our family. But if if you're not related to any of us, welcome. And I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. We did a practice episode, which is this is our first official episode, but last like not 2 weeks ago, we did sort of a run through of like a practice episode, which we call episode 0. We might have that up some point. Um, and I think you and me, Chris, were talking about kind of starting this like a while back, but I think just recently in the past month we were really like getting on it. And then our producer senpai, he was like really pushing us to get this first
Yeah,
episode out.
yeah. Especially outside, just preventing us. He's like, shut up! I need the money.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
content. Don't
Yeah,
talk.
he's trying to get the ad revenue. I respect
yeah.
it. Um,
Yeah. It was pretty, I mean, it's pretty fun. Can I give a little bit more background? So, like, we used to get together every
mhm.
now and then, just randomly play games and stuff on Discord, and then we would just start talking about what we had been watching or little hot takes, sharing different things. And yeah, and what do you call them? Producers Empire?
Producer
Yeah, yeah.
senpai, yeah.
Producer Senpai was just like, this is good, this is good. And I think we just joked about it, right? Like, Cloud, you would
Yeah,
always be
yeah.
like, all right, y'all, thanks for coming to our podcast.
Yeah, I would joke around because we started off we were talking about Attack on Titan a lot. And I would always say like, just jokingly like, "Oh, welcome to the Attack on podcast." That was technically our first one, even though it was never produced. Um, but I think after that, I mean, we would spend like hours, literally hours, just talking about anime.
We were
So
like,
eventually,
hey,
we're
this will
just
be
like,
fun.
yeah, we're just like, let's start a show. Why not?
Yeah. Just for fun. It's a fun thing.
Going
Yeah, we'll
through
see where
different
it goes.
names. Going through different names was a fun time too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
originally, we were gonna be the Enemigos podcast, and we were
Yeah.
all hyped about that name. But then we found
I
out that there's
know.
actually another podcast with that name. So I'm just saying, if we get bigger, we should just steal that name. No, just kidding.
Nah.
No. I
Nah.
like our
Keep it
current name.
thinking.
I like our current name actually. It's pretty.
Are,
I like it. It's a lot.
are you gonna send them a letter in their locker for a challenge?
I
Like,
might,
we're coming for
I'm
you.
gonna just write their name in my notebook.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm
Oh,
just
that's too
kidding.
much.
Oh,
All
I
right,
hope
we're
y'all
throwing
can't
shade at a probably a perfectly fine podcast. They didn't do
sure they're beautiful
anything.
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right. So I think kind of what I want to talk about is just like what have you guys been watching this week? Because the spring season just recently ended. And I think there was a lot of good stuff that actually came out this spring season that might go under the radar. But I think we all have like one anime in our heads that we're kind of trying to single out, and that's Odd Taxi.
Yes.
Yeah,
I just
because Odd
finished
Taxi.
watching it like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, we needed you to finish watching it so that we could actually talk about it.
Yeah.
Um,
That that show, even starting it, has a smooth intro too. Ugh. So when I'm at work, I just put it on loop sometimes. I'm just like
Were you vibing to
just
the intro
vibing out.
song?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Cause like
yeah.
yeah, I was watching it and I was like, you know what? Usually I skip intros. This one, like I watched with Mies, and so it was just like, nah, I'm not skipping this. I need to vibe out to this right now before it starts. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
good.
I thought it was a banger. I like really liked it, but it was like it's like different. It's not as like hype as all the other ones. But Jeffrey, I mean, Cloud, you said you didn't like it.
No, I like the opening. I didn't think the song was banger enough for me, but it was definitely a vibe song. I'm not gonna lie, like I was vibing to it the whole time. I don't know. For me, a banger is like I can just like jam out and dance to this all day. Um, but that's
It's
my
hype.
definition of banger. But I still think it's a really good opening. Like in general, it's very
Yeah, it is.
different. Kind of like you were saying, it's not super hype. There's no like, explosions or I don't even think we ever have an end like the anime protagonist running, right? Like that's
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
very
that's
just
like
different.
unheard of. We got them
Yeah.
on
yeah,
scooters, but it's not the protagonist.
Yeah, it's not the
yeah.
protagonist.
Yeah.
And so I like that it differentiated a lot. I think I liked it for the same reason I like the Beastars opening so much because it was just like really different from what we're normally used to seeing
hmm
in like these traditional anime stuff.
Yeah. I think it was like the third or fourth episode. There's a lot in the intro too that I mean, just the one thing that like sticks out to me is we were watching it and yeah, and it was like the third or the fourth episode. I can't remember. It's when they start like kind of alluding to that he might have like someone in the closet and they're trying to make you
Hmm.
think that he has like the girl in the closet. And then my partner was like, "Oh, it's just a cat." And I was like, how the fuck do you know that it's a cat? And he was like, the cat's like all over the intro. And it's like, and then they show like the little cat butt next to the closet door. And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's true. And so, I mean, it took me forever to realize it, but I feel like there's a lot of like little there's a lot in the intro that kind of like tells you about the show before before you it even gets into all the details. So I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah, so I think just in general, what are our thoughts about the anime?
I thought it was good.
It's a good contender for anime of the year because the story it's good. It's you get a bit of everything from all the
Mhm.
characters, and you get like their perspectives too on what's going on and like
Mhm.
what their motives are. And usually you don't see a lot of that. Sometimes you'll just see like a one-off episode, and it's just like, oh, little ninja dude got abused, and that's why he's like that. And then like never again is shown. So it's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no, that's one thing that I really appreciated about Odd Taxi. Really, well, that and it seems like all the characters are really interconnected in the story,
Mhm.
even if it's very loosely. Like the Homo sapien guys, like
yeah,
they have their own thing going on, but yet they're still kind of relevant to the story and what's going on. Like they're also kind of affected by everything. Because I think like the person judging their show was um I don't know how much I should reveal for spoilers. All right, I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
spoilers from
yeah,
here on
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I guess
I'm sure in the
my
YouTube
whole
video
thing
we'll put a
about the
timestamp.
intro
But
was like super spoilers. So,
Mhm.
oh shit. All right,
I
sorry. All
already
right.
gave the viewers warnings on Odd Taxi for spoilers, so
Hella spoilers. My
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the, I'm gonna say something kind of maybe controversial. I think it's a little overrated, just a
So
tad bit.
You
Yeah,
think Odd Taxi's
uh,
overrated?
a little overrated. And here's why. Here's why.
What?
okay,
It's
all
not,
right.
Okay.
I'm not, all right. Now that I got the YouTube bait out, now I'm gonna like kind of scale back. So I think it's really good. But I think what really pushes it over the top from being like a good anime to a great anime is that it's hard carried by its ending. Because it has like
Mm-hmm.
that huge reveal that
Yeah.
he's has like that visual agnosia or something, and that they're all
Mm-hmm.
humans. And that really changes sort of like everything in the tone of what we've seen previously. And I think if they had just remained animals, then it would have just been like a really good anime. But the fact that they have like that reveal and how it kind of connects to the previous episodes and it builds it up even more, I think it makes it like a great anime. Because I was thinking back to it, and I don't think I heard anybody talk about like Odd Taxi up until the last episode came out. Like on anime Reddit, it fucking blew up.
Yeah.
Um, Giguk and then Mother's Basement made videos
Made
about
the
it.
videos like on the
Yeah,
same
Uh,
day. Yeah.
yeah. So I think like that ending really elevated it to from a good anime to a great anime. That being said, I don't actually think it's that overrated. I think it's just like it's very much pushed over the line of a good anime from the
Mm-hmm.
fact that the ending was really hitting.
yeah, that's true because even when I first saw the trailer, I was just like, this I was like, oh, it's just like another Beastars, even though I haven't seen Beastars. Because I was like,
Oh,
oh,
they're way
animals.
different.
Chris,
They're
hold up.
way
You
Yeah.
have not
different.
seen Beastars, Chris? Come on.
Nah, nah.
I'm sorry.
I'll get to it. But you know, I watched the trailer and I was like, maybe I'll watch it. And then like Crunchyroll was like posting like little things about it. And I was like, okay, whatever. And the one thing that the last thing that I saw posted was what's her was she a llama or no, she's
Oh, the
She was an
alpaca girl?
alpaca.
Yes, she's an
alpaca.
alpaca.
Yeah, she was alpaca. Like when she was doing the capoeira dance, she was like
Yeah.
just I was like, what is this? So I was like, all right, I'll watch a couple episodes, see where it goes, because I try to do that rule of three where I watch like
Mhm.
the first 2 to 3 episodes, and then if I see that it's taking off, I'll stick with it. But yeah, no, like you said, it does get carried heavily by that. At least when it escalates with all the
Yeah.
characters interacting with each other.
I really like that. Like, cause it was more of like a slow burn. I feel like lately we've
Mhm.
been getting
Mhm.
a lot of like really heavy hitters, and so and I mean, I think it's better for an anime to start off slow and then to really build up, because there's definitely some that I think will start really strong, but then kind of like dwindle down over the season.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like it. Definitely, I think took me a couple episodes to get into it. I think when we were first watching it, I fell asleep, I think, like episode 3 or something. I was also just
Yeah,
really tired. I
Uh,
was like
yeah,
freaking exhausted. But it was like, chill music, like all the talking and everything's like pretty subdued. And so it was definitely like, oh, this is good for me to fall asleep to. Um, I think the episode where it changed for me, where I started to get like really invested, was the one with the I forgot its name already, but the one with the guy with the eraser, and
oh,
yeah,
okay.
the one who's like obsessed with Zuden, and like you're just kind of like watching this person like plummet into the most like unhealthy, like depressing situation. um and yeah, like I after that I was like, oh, okay, like I can stick this through. Yeah, that episode was like uncomfortable, but in a good way. Like it's
yeah,
just,
yeah,
yeah, it
definitely.
was it was crazy. And seeing it, like you said, like seeing how like as the episodes were going, like you start to kind of see how everyone is interconnected and stuff. So you know that it's gonna like end in this um I don't know, like in this crazy ass way. And so yeah, I really liked it. Like I said, I just finished it like 20 minutes ago and I was like, what? They were human the whole time? Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with that, like, even though it ended like kind of on a cliffhanger,
Mhm.
I don't see them going any further with it because you had such a big reveal at the end.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just like, oh well, it's kind of like that thing with the God, what's that one movie where he has the top at the end?
Where he
Which
has the
Uh,
one?
what?
Inception. There we go.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, damn, alive, still in there. And it's just like, even with the ending with that, it's just like, is he gonna die? Is she just gonna let him go because he doesn't recognize her or something
mhm.
like that? So yeah.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. That it is true. Like he's not gonna recognize anybody anymore.
Yeah. Cause
Mhm.
like even God, what's his name? The guy who won the money?
Oh,
Uh
Imai, I think.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. He like pops up and then he says a couple things and he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember you." Like it takes him a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not seeing them as animals anymore, which is what
Yeah.
was how he was able to like identify people out of crowds. Because he wasn't, like, humans they'll just blend in, but then you can definitely tell the difference between a monkey and like a horse.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
alligator. Yeah.
Mhm.
Although what I do want to know is that all the characters kind of like their animals
Mhm.
that they were. The one that I'm curious about, which is the giraffe. Does he have a long neck in real life?
I don't know. Did we ever see the giraffe? Because there's that montage at the end where they're kind of showing every character as a human, and I don't think we see the.
I don't
Do
think
we
we see
see
the
the giraffe? I
giraffe.
don't think we see him.
But you know what? The horse guy, like I think he was just like really tall and lanky, right? Because didn't he have like a
Yeah,
pretty long neck as well?
yeah,
The guy, the
It
other
wasn't as
half of
long
the
as the
Homo
giraffe.
sapiens.
yeah. No,
Yeah. And he had glasses.
Yes, I don't think we see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like on the topic of like that cliffhanger, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Where
Mhm.
it's a very ambiguous ending, kind of like you said, where it's like we don't know what's gonna happen. Um, that being said, I don't think there should be a second season. I
Mhm.
remember, I think I was watching it with someone. They're just like, "Oh my god, they set up the second season." I'm like, "No,
no,
like they shouldn't have a second season. This is like from
Uh,
start to finish, like essentially perfect. Like you shouldn't mess with any of this." And I
yeah.
think like how are you gonna top the first season from the second season? It's just you can't beat that cliffhanger and the big reveal. It's not gonna. I don't know. I just don't think they should.
Yeah.
It should be its own thing. It's very special in that sense.
Yeah, but besides Odd Taxi, you seen anything else this week or
Um,
Wait. Before we move on,
oh okay.
I guess before we wrap it up, I just want to know, like, what were your who do you think was the MVP of Odd Taxi?
the MVP.
I'm gonna go
MVP.
first. I think it was the alpaca
Yep.
with her
Yeah.
skills.
With her,
She can
what was it? Coperia?
Uh,
Copeira skills.
Capoeira?
Capoeira.
Capoeira.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
came through so many times with those kicks. Her little
Yeah,
dance.
I thought it was a joke too. I was like, oh, she's just messing with I
Yeah.
swear.
I mean, and then he saves Otokawa at the end. So, like,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, the MVP has to go to her, right? I don't know who else can get it.
All right, MVP. Alpaca
MVP.
girl. I don't even know her real name. Alpaca.
It's like
Well,
Shirikawa or something.
Shirikawa.
Chirikawa.
Yeah. All right. So,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
so aside from Odd Taxi, Chris, I think you're the only one that watched something else this week, right?
Oh, really? Nothing on your end? Well,
I watched something
Busy.
else. I'll get into it a little bit,
All
but
right.
go,
well,
Chris.
I started dipping into backlog, so I watched the World Ends With You.
Mhm.
So that's a adaptation from a video game, which it got me like so when they have a lot of adaptations like that, they cut a lot of stuff out. So watching it, I was just like, I I I want to play the game now. I've been wanting to play. It's an older game too, and
Yeah.
it's very stylized. So like everything has like dark borders. It's very like I guess like
The
comic
Mhm.
World
style.
Ends With You?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is it originally a game?
yeah.
Yeah, it was originally a video game. I actually played it. Um, Funnily enough, a friend gave me like one of those like R4s for the DS, and it had the game on there. And I played it, and I thought it was actually a really good game. Even the mechanics of it were really interesting because you're fighting with like what are they? Just like not
Uh,
quarters, but they're just like disc, and you fight with the disc, and they do moves, and it's really cool. Um,
uh,
it's kind of like Beyblade, but not exactly. You get like different discs, and they just you use them to use powers. But if you're thinking about playing the game, I definitely recommend it. It's really good.
yeah, I kind of want to play it now because I know. Which so funny because it's just like there was a tie-in at the end of like Kingdom Hearts 3 because I think it's by the same director for the game.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so they were just like because like Sora ends up in Shibuya at the very end, like at Tower 104.
Oh.
So I
Okay.
was like, okay, and then they had those characters in one of the like the side games for Kingdom Hearts. I think it was like Dream Drop Distance, something like that. So I want to see how that ties in. That got me more interested, but yeah.
That makes
Uh,
sense.
yeah,
I just looked it up and I'm like, this looks like comic book, like, oh my god, comic book. What's the Kingdom Hearts? I'm like, this
yeah,
looks like comic book
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts.
yeah, pretty much.
All the characters.
Uh, I did watch Bofuri. I haven't finished it yet.
Ew.
It hurts me watching. It hurts.
All right, elaborate.
Like
Why? Bopody is like the best character.
okay,
She's
okay.
something to aspire to in
She does her
MMORPG.
best. Like,
She
what do
does
you
her
want?
best. She
She does
has
her
heart. She doesn't want to hurt anyone.
okay, yeah, okay. Except eating like all the monsters, right?
Yeah, well, that's we
yeah,
ignore that part.
yeah. Okay. So
Best
with
part.
that show, I was just like, okay, she maxes out her defense, right?
Hmm.
But then I look at it, and then in the game, like when she's actually playing it, she's like, "Oh, I'm a max out vitality." So I go, "All right." Like I don't know. I play a lot. I played MMOs before, so
Mhm.
I have that type of gripe with it where I'm just like, it feels like someone the writers just played maybe like one of those light MMOs like on
Mm,
for like mobile or whatever
I see.
for like 5 minutes, and then was just like, okay, whatever.
All right, I have a confession. What the
Uh,
fuck is what is vitality? Like, what does that do?
typically, vitality in games is your health bar.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that makes
But
sense.
she says, "I maxed out defense," but every time she's like, "I'm gonna give myself more vitality." So I'm just like, "So are you maxing out your
Oh,
defense, or are you just increasing your health at that point?"
so it's not completely accurate
Yeah.
to like general MMOs.
Yeah,
What you're saying?
but, like, the other thing too, like, a lot of these games have metas, even when we play Valorant, like, they're just like, "Oh, you have to have, like, certain team comp. You always have to have a healer and all that stuff," and those
Mhm.
metas get out there. And the fact that this one girl decides to max out her defense, no one else does it. And I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
because like even Mies was just like, she was watching it with me too, and she was like, played these games. There's so many wikis. There's all this stuff. No one copies her except for like the two twins or whatever.
Mhm.
They max out their strength, but it's just like no one else does. So I'm watching it till the end, just watching it, just watching it till then. But it's just like at the same time, like when they say, like, since I'm so deep into it, I'm just like, it hurts. It hurts so much.
I feel like
Just
it's almost a parody. Like, I think
It, yeah.
it does kind of give me the sense that it's like supposed to make like actual MMORPG players like angry because it's so
I mean, it's
stupid.
working. It's working
I
out
mean,
great.
it's
Yeah.
working.
He's getting
Yeah.
hurt every episode.
Yeah.
He's out
I'm
here
just
putting
like,
in the work.
Joke's on you, Chris, because she maxed out her defense in the game and as a character. So she's not doing anything, but she's hurting you.
all
It is
right,
what it is.
my last thing with it too, right? This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. She's in a guild with these other people, but there's no communication with how they got skills. They're just like, I got this skill, and like none of them go, I want that too. No one bats an eye. They're just like, oh, typical whatever her name is, just going after that. She just found a random quest, and no one else wants to do it. So
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Doesn't really seem like the world has many rules or logic to it. It's just kind of whatever is there. Like,
yeah,
think about like a what is it, Log Horizon? That one has like a lot of rules,
yeah.
and you understand what their abilities do and how to get it. And then they even have go into like weapon class and like, you know, like your what's the word I'm looking for?
Um,
Basically like your character archetype, I guess.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I think that's where like your gripe is coming from, right? That this it just seemingly doesn't have
yeah.
any rules in it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And it's not necessarily that there's no rules. It's just that there's that lack of communication between the characters because it's
Hmm.
just like, hey, I found something out that could help you out if you
Yeah.
solo something, but I'm not going to tell you anything. It's
It's just unrealistic.
yeah,
Not too real for you.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I know as gamers that we just always share everything.
yeah.
Um, Speaking of which, I guess, so the summer season kind of just started. Have you guys taken any time to, well, watch anything or just even see what's coming out to maybe get an idea what you want to watch this summer?
I haven't. I've only I saw the girlfriend. That was the only one that I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I think that might be up my alley." But that's about it. I don't. Everything was like a lot of isekais, and I'm not really
Mhm.
into those. I'm still trying to.
Yeah,
I still have a
there's a
bunch of
couple
stuff.
isekais.
Yeah, a couple.
Couple.
I'm still trying to like catch up on all the like the winter stuff, and so maybe
Okay.
girlfriend. I think I'll probably check out. What about you, Northald?
Yeah, girlfriend. I saw it because they said it was the same writers as Aho Girl, which just literally means stupid girl. And
Oh,
All right.
so it was just like,
We have a girl on the show. You better watch what you're saying.
oh my god.
yeah. Oh my gosh,
Well,
there's
No
cases.
misogyny is allowed in here.
yeah, but there's girlfriend. There's also what's it called the reincarnated as a villainous. That
Yeah.
one's pretty
Yeah.
good. I just don't know where they would go with the season 2 because just as a high level girl gets reincarnated into um, a video game that she played
Mhm.
or like a light novel or a novel game, graphic novel game. And
Yeah.
so
Visual.
visual novel. But I don't want to give any spoilers, but at end of the first season, it kind of concludes that. So it's just like I don't know where because it was based off of a light novel.
So did they finish the story of the light novel?
I don't know. I don't know if they finished the
Okay.
story of the light novel, but in the show, she got up to the point where she finished the game in a sense
Okay.
in the first season.
Okay.
So then it's like the second season is just like up in there. It's like she doesn't know what's gonna happen next type of
Mhm.
Gonna be the sequel,
Okay. Yeah.
the
I'm
next
not
video
I'm not
game.
exactly sure about the source material. I actually haven't watched that
Yeah, me
one.
either.
I've taken a break from isekais. I'm trying to not watch too many. The last one I think I watched was Mushoku Tensei, and that's just because that was really good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I actually took the time yesterday to basically make a YouTube playlist of a trailer for every show that's coming out this summer. I watched them all just to see what the general sense of what I was watching, to see if I can see anything good. Um, and I'm gonna be honest, I think the summer season is gonna go very much under the radar because no one's gonna know what to watch. Because there's no like big names, right? There's no like
Yeah.
there's nothing that has like a manga that has like a million sales, like Jujutsu Kaisen that came out like last year.
thing.
Um, Everything just seems really low key. So I highlighted three in particular. I had the list on my computer. Typed out the name and I put if I'm interested, super interested, or pass. And then I some other ones, some exceptions like if you like sports anime, maybe watch this. But the three that I particular was like, okay, these I think have really big potential to be really good. First one is I'm gonna say Sunny Boy, just because Sunny Boy in general is just from what I saw, it looked really unique. Just from like from an animation standpoint. And it seems like it's gonna be like a very much like a character driven story, which I particularly always like. Um, just from what I could tell. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any trailers with English subtitles, so I don't exactly know what they were talking about in the trailer. But just
Just
from
from
what
the
I saw, yeah,
animation.
just from the
So this is
animation,
like
I'm like,
pure,
this,
yeah.
yeah, it looks really good just from an animation standpoint. And I forgot which studio is doing
Where
it,
is
but
it? Is it gonna be airing on Crunchyroll?
Sunny Boy, that is a
Yeah,
good question. I'm gonna be
because there
honest, I
aren't
don't
any
know yet.
subtitles.
It might be like Hulu or something.
Okay.
Um, oh, it's Studio Madhouse. That's what it is. I was like, I know the studio is known for making like a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So I think just from literally having Studio Madhouse backing it, I think it's gonna be really good. The other one that I also saw was actually one that Mappa Studio is doing is Itaden Deities in the Peaceful Generation.
That
This
sounds
one is
cool.
about a bunch of demons that were sealed away by like God or something. and then someone releases them, and it's from what I can tell from the synopsis and the trailer, it's like a battle royale anime between all these demons. And there's another one where I'm like, okay, the animation at the very least is gonna do this anime justice, and it's
Hmm.
gonna be a really good animated anime. Just and Mappa Studios has been like killing it. Like they really need to take a break because they need to give their
Yeah.
animators like a lifetime
Yeah,
vacation after they're done with all these animes
with all
Yeah.
because
these animes.
yeah, they're just cranking them out. But it's gonna look really good. And I think the other one that stood out to me, probably because it hits a little too close to home,
Hmm.
is called Remake Our Life. The premise of this one is a guy gets transported 10 years in the past. So it's like an isekai, but you just get transported to your original world 10 years in the past. And he's basically a game developer, and then he just hates his job, he hates his life, and he wish he could redo his life. So he gets sent back 10 years, and he's in college, and he's trying to, just like, no, things are gonna be different this time. And then he's being more outgoing, he has like friends, he's starting to like really follow his passion. And now, like, from just watching this one trailer, I was like, oh God, this hits too close to home, man. Like, shoot, send me back 5 years. I'll change so much. Like, damn. I think that one is gonna really hit for some people. Just from the
You're
trailer, it
s-
already hit me.
you're still young.
I know, but
Yeah.
Your
I
whole
know I'm
life
still
ahead
young.
of you.
I know, but I mean, like, but I
No,
think we can all
I
kind of
feel that.
relate to that, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
shoot, even send me back 1 year, I'll change a bunch of stuff. Um,
Send me back 5 years, I would have had a way cheaper house.
Oh,
oh
Who would have
man,
yeah.
known?
see, it's already way too real. Um, so I think those three are the ones I'm going to keep my eye on this season. I think they
Okay.
have a lot of potential, especially Remake Our Life. I think that's gonna definitely hit home for a lot of people.
Okay. So remake Our Life. I did put that on my queue for Crunchyroll. Uh
Hmm.
just because I read the synopsis for it. However, the heads up. Have you already watched the first episode?
I have not.
Okay, the first episode it says it's 50 minutes long.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Uh
interesting.
and then the second one that they have on Crunchyroll is 23 minutes. So it just seems like the premiere episode is just longer.
Yeah.
It's like 2 episodes in one type of
Yeah.
thing. So
So you're just giving us a fair warning so we don't go into it.
yeah.
Being like, is this the
This
whole
is
anime?
it's a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, or like you get like halfway through and you're like, is there credits soon? Like
Yeah, did ReZero do that?
yeah, they had a director's cut
Oh,
version.
okay. Because I remember when I watched ReZero in the first episode, I was wondering, when is this gonna end? Is
Yeah.
is this the whole anime? Am I
Yeah.
watching it right now? So okay. All right, that's good. That's good. Now that I know that.
All right, I'm gonna have to add that on my queue too. I have room for a little bit of existential crisis this summer, so
Oh,
Oh, for sure. You're definitely gonna get a lot of existential feelings from it.
from this one.
please.
Um, yeah. Um, uh, so Cloud, do you want to talk about Chainsaw Man? I don't think we've seen the trailer.
No? Okay. Yeah, so that was another
So
thing that I want to talk about. I'll say Chainsaw Man a little bit till the end,
okay.
mostly on this topic. So there's a couple like big announcements that were made in the last week or two. Um, there's one anime called Platinum Men that was recently released. I think a trailer dropped with it too. It's made by the same guy who did Death Note. When I watched
Oh
this
yeah.
trailer, it looks like literally the opposite of Death Note. The the guy has white hair. He meets an angel
Oh.
instead of uh instead of a demon. I'm just gonna pull up the trailer. Um, I'm gonna share my screen right now.
Is that coming out this summer too?
No, it's coming out a little bit later, but the trailer
Oh,
came
okay.
out. All right, I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. All right, so are we ready? We ready to watch this?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. I'm just gonna. All right.
Fair
Cool.
warning.
Oh yeah.
I actually haven't watched Ethno, so
Okay.
Oh,
I don't think
I
we need to
know.
watch it for this one, but all right, you definitely gotta watch it. All right, I'm gonna start
I gotta
playing.
watch that
I'm
one.
not gonna put any music so that we don't get DMCA'd.
okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Producer Sand will be mad at us if that happens. So, Bakuman.
Hmm.
What is Bakuman?
I have not seen it.
That's
Oh,
another.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, that caught my attention a little bit.
Oh, oh, the
Okay.
booty on that angel though.
Yeah,
It's
I
on that
know.
angel wings. Yeah.
The angel foot.
Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna come out fall. All right. 24
Oh,
episode series.
okay. So the question with
Cool.
that, oh,
Oh wow. All right, producer
whoa.
senpai, switch back to our
Hurry,
POV.
hurry.
Hurry up.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
watching it on
whoa.
the stream, so it's like a little laggy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I see it now.
So he gets to choose who the next god's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess first thoughts on it. I don't think we know. I don't see enough to make like an adequate judgment. I don't think.
It
But
gives
it
me
looks
like
it looks visually interesting.
yeah, it kind of gives me like old school, like, and I don't know if maybe this is just my bias because you just told me that it was from the same guy as Death Note, so I'm like, oh, it's like old school animation kind of, or not old school animation, but like the character design to me seems pretty, like I don't feel like we see character design like that anymore.
Hmm.
I don't know.
At
Does that
least
make
at
sense?
least that banner. He kind of
Yeah,
looks like Light in a sense.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
red hair.
But he
Gives me
doesn't
the
and
have red
then
hair. We've seen him with black hair
with
and
black
white
hair,
hair.
oh yeah, that's right,
yeah.
huh?
I think this is just bait from the author. He's trying to get the Death Note fans in,
Yeah, probably.
and then just be like, "Psych! It's actually me, Platinum Man."
Oh, I
So
don't
is
know.
it?
I saw
I
the
saw a
angel. I was,
robot. Is it supposed to be Mecha?
I don't
um,
know. It could be. Again, I don't think we learn enough from just like the trailer.
Yeah, and I couldn't
Um,
hear any of the audio, so
yeah.
let's see. Let's see. A quick synopsis.
it looks
Plot:
cool.
student fed up with life, of abuse from his uncle and aunt who raised him since parents' death, but is saved by a guardian. And
Oh.
after attempting to commit suicide, okay, so she stops him. All right,
Mhm.
responsible for death, yada yada. And let's see, informs him that God will retire in 999 days and 13 candidates to replace him are selected, including himself.
Hmm.
All right. To make matters worse, not only can he not refuse to take part of the contest, by next God, but among the other candidates, there are those capable of doing anything to win, including killing all the competitors as soon as
Wait, so these
possible.
are they're supposed to be taking the place of God,
Yeah.
but they're killing it.
Yeah.
What?
Well, ah, I don't want to go into that.
To me,
Wait.
it sounds like another battle royale anime,
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
which I've kind of been missing those. Those were like all the rage in the early 2010s. Well, there's like a
Yeah, they were.
Was
bunch.
it? You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting because there's another anime slash manga that's also going into a battle royale. Um, that's like heading there, like that's where the story is going. So
Mhm.
yeah, I wonder if it's like coming back. I don't want to mention it though because it would be hardcore spoilers, and so I don't want to say anything. But
For sure.
yeah, I wonder if that format's coming back. Because wasn't there? That's the demon one. Was a battle royale, right?
The one I was talking about, yeah.
The Itaden. Yeah.
It didn't.
All right. It looks interesting. Yeah, we'll have to check it out whenever it comes out.
All right. So the next one that was recently announced that's been getting pretty hyped up, just I think because the studio that's behind it, and when I say the studio that's behind it, I mean like literally every studio is behind it, is the Star Wars anime. Disney recently announced that they're making a Star Wars anime, and each episode is going to be like its own little story, and it's going to be done by a different studio. And these aren't like small studios either. They're like pretty well known. We have the studio that's behind JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh.
One studio that's behind Golden Kamuy. Most notably is Studio Trigger is doing an episode, and also I think Wit Studio is also going to do an episode.
So is it going to
So
be like different animation every single time?
you know what? Let me just pull up the announcement trailer. But yeah, it's essentially going to be a different animation, different story in each episode.
I want to say the different styles because I know, was it What Studio and Trigger? They do a lot of dynamic stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the
I
trailer. I'm just gonna have it in the background because they don't really show a ton. They just kind of,
Star Wars
they
Visions.
kind
Okay.
of just show just in general like little snippets of character designs here and there. There's nothing super concrete.
All right. Let's see. All right.
Producer Senpai says I can play
Oh.
audio. If we get DMCA'd, it's his fault.
We
Yeah.
loved the idea of seeing
All
Star
right.
Wars expressed in that way.
Yeah, just seeing the different types. Yeah.
So does it take place in like? Oh no, it takes place in Star Wars land.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
Oh.
different
Oh
stories.
wow.
So is this is this adaptations from like their novel series or that they
I
have?
I don't know, but the
They're, like,
one that I heard
original
people talking
stories.
about a lot was like apparently the Trigger backed episode, which is called like the Twins. Apparently that's like a fairly well known Star Wars story. Which
Okay.
by the way, that's just Leo Fiota from Promare, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, no,
because
Oh yeah.
basically
Oh
him.
yeah, it is.
well, Trigger likes to reuse a lot of their designs.
Yeah,
Wait, did
definitely.
Trigger do Promare? I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
I don't
They
know,
did
okay.
Promare, Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann.
Do you know who's doing the music?
No, I
Like,
don't.
if they got any like, because if
I
they're
mean,
going all out
it's
with the
Disney. They
animation,
probably got everyone you can think of.
yeah, that does look that looks just yeah, that's Promare, right?
Pretty well. It's not.
It's not, but yes and
Yeah.
no.
Hold on, I'm watching it on the stream, so I'm like a little bit
Oh,
behind.
okay, you're a little bit behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that looks like Wit Studio.
Oh man, dude. Furries just keep winning, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They got
Oh.
more Rule 34 material. God damn.
Yeah.
What is that?
What?
I'll
What?
Google it later.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no!
I don't know
no
what that
way.
is. All right, I
No
should not
way.
Google
you
Make
don't know
sure
what that
you're
is.
incognito for the help.
Yeah, and also don't be on your school computer.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, Rule 34 is if it exists, there's porn of it. That's what Rule 34 literally means. So,
Yep.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm actually pretty excited because I mean, Disney's just gonna put like $1 million behind this, billions of dollars behind this project just to make sure it's good. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've been expecting it. I'm like, there's no way they're not gonna make an anime at some point. And the fact that they chose Star Wars, like, damn, that's
Okay. So the question
they know
is,
the business.
is it because these are Japanese studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be
I can know what you're gonna
in Japanese and then dubbed into English, or is it going to be in English and then dubbed into Japanese?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I'm not too sure.
I feel like it'll probably be in
I'm gonna
English.
take
It's
this off.
Disney. But
Yeah, I don't
that's
know
a good question.
if they wanna cater specifically just like to an American audience, or if they're just really trying to make, Japanese anime and then premiere both.
Yeah.
What they actually could do, or that I forgot what anime did this, but they premiered it first in English, like the dub, and then
Yeah.
like a month or two later they dubbed it in Japanese.
Space Dandy, I think.
It might have been Space Dandy, but they could do that here, where they want to give maybe the American audience the first look into the Star Wars anime, and then localize it to Japanese.
Because
Yeah,
I know
that's interesting. I don't know how how into Star Wars like they are in Japan. I don't know if that's a market. That'd be
they
interesting.
they're big Disney people for sure.
That's
From what
true.
I heard, yeah, like
Mm.
they're like Disney fanatics. Because like
I did go to
even
Tokyo Disney
oh
Sea.
you did
I went to Tokyo Disney by the sea. Yeah, when I went over
Yeah.
there, it was cool.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, oh my god, this is awesome.
yeah, because like even like Good Smile Company that does Nendoroids, which are like the little chibi figures. I got one of
Yeah,
Cisco Joker, like
Ooh.
you have
this.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh.
So like I know they do Disney ones too, because like they were promoting one of like Donald Duck. I was like, what? I was like, okay,
Donald Duck figure.
yeah.
Oh, then
So
maybe then. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't
yeah,
aware of how big or Disney is in general in Japan. So if that's the case, then yeah, Disney. I mean, like Disney just doesn't miss. Like
Yeah, it'll be
you know,
good.
they're a gig of corporation. And I'm
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm anti-corporation, but whatever. Hear Disney
Don't
take my money, I guess.
yeah, don't doubt the mouse.
It's
That's for
Evil
sure.
Mouse Corp. Evil Mouse Corp. That's
All
Just
right.
Disney. All right, that was cool. Yeah, I didn't know about those.
Yeah. All right. So next one we're gonna talk about.
All right, let's
I
get
see what I
into
talk.
it.
did. Taco Bell. Ha ha ha.
Oh, ha, ha.
Oh shit. That's like
Um.
when Odd Taxi when they're like, we're gonna call it
Oh yeah.
Auto Taxi. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
You
what
said
they
the
said the
name.
name.
Man. So this next one got a lot of hype. Maybe a little too much hype, which is Chainsaw Man. The trailer for Chainsaw Man dropped like 2 weeks ago, and everyone lost their goddamn mind. I heard, I saw some comments saying it's anime of the year. It hasn't even come out.
What?
oh my
Like,
god, yeah.
I've seen things where people are like, "This is gonna be the best anime ever," like better than Full Metal Alchemist. Like that,
What?
everything you can think of, every outlandish statement. Well, I saw about
All
Chainsaw
right,
Man trailer.
give me the
Uh,
background on Chainsaw Man. Like it's a manga, right?
it's a manga.
Okay,
I
very popular.
don't. It's just really popular. Yeah, it's been doing really well in like the Shonen Jump series, and it's actually fairly interesting because Shonen Jump isn't known for having this type of manga.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more gruesome and a little bit more like they're not afraid to show things
Mm-hmm.
and kind of explore some different themes. So it was really odd that like a manga like this was able to even take off in Shonen Jump because it's very different from your typical shonen animes. I wouldn't even consider it a shonen manga. It's
Is it
very different.
is it more like a horror genre that they?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll pull up the trailer.
It gives
Because I
me like
know.
really heavy Borderlands. Um,
Oh yeah.
like just the yeah, like it that looks like a Borderlands like little logo, except it says Chainsaw Man.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, let's watch the trailer and then I'll go a little
All
bit
right, let's
more
watch it.
into it.
Okay.
So I pulled up the trailer. We're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's do this.
And again, no audio because I don't want to get DMCA'd.
And then what? It's by Mappa too.
And it's done by Mappa Studios.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Oh,
Okay.
there's the
Oh,
character.
hold on, let me watch it on the stream so that
All right. It looks smooth. Oh,
Yeah, no, it looks really, really good.
damn.
Oh my god, they're already showing us
Oh.
the beach episode. No,
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, that is
Whoa!
spicy. Okay. Oh shit. What?
Yeah, it does look very
So
smooth.
Oh, oh,
Okay. All
oh,
right.
oh my god.
I
oh,
can't help
chick
but
with the
be
hammer.
like,
Oh.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm like, I can't help but be like, oh, we got Yuji Tadori over here. We got the dog.
Yeah,
Ugh.
so like you can see, right? It's pretty gruesome. Like
What?
they don't shy away from things. Um, and yeah,
Oh,
everyone just lost their
oh.
goddamn mind. Apparently, it had like this is a different channel that posted it, but I
Mhm.
Yeah.
think the main one that posted it got like 5 million views in less than 24 hours.
Jeez.
Oh
Which
wow.
will I think
Okay.
like the previous one that did it even remotely similar was Attack on Titan season 4 trailer, which only got 2
Mhm.
million views in 24 hours. So this got double,
Oh
and no one's even
damn.
seen like there's no episode or nothing. But just from like the hype that's being generated around it is insane.
Are
Yeah.
you worried? Is that what?
A little bit. And
You're a little worried?
that's kind of what I wanted to get into is for anybody in there or out there who's watching this or hearing this, um like because I read the whole Chainsaw Man manga, and it's
Yeah.
really good. Don't get me wrong, it's really
So
goddamn
so is
good.
it dumb or is it done or is it still going?
So the first like major arc is done. There, it's still going, but the first major
Mhm.
arc is done. And then I think the author is taking like a break, and then he's gonna release like the second arc. The first complete arc is like his own complete story, like it from beginning to end. It's just done. Like you can literally just read that first arc and you can be fine. Because it ends so well, I think, so completely. There's like a bit of, I guess, foreshadowing that like maybe
Mhm.
something else will happen in the second season, but overall, like there's no elements in the manga that necessarily speak like, oh yeah, there has to be a second season to solve all these questions, right? And it's
Yeah.
very much complete. Um,
So
yeah,
so it looks like there's 97 chapters.
yeah.
Too bad.
What's kind of like? Can you give me like a quick like not a synopsis, but maybe like a premise, just kind of like, is it three friends? Because I kind of saw like the three friends. Does one of them turn into like, just
Ha-
start it for me, like just very very briefly.
yeah.
A very
Get that.
brief.
Yeah, like
Uh,
just tell me
it's
the first chapter,
it's
like what
about
happens
a
in the
it's about a
spoilers.
guy.
Spoilers, by the way,
Spoilers,
if
okay.
anyone's listening. No, don't give me spoilers, but
Oh,
like
don't okay.
just in case
But for
someone
anybody
doesn't want to
else,
hear anything. Yeah,
anything about it.
Uh,
All right, I'll keep it
yeah,
very just basic.
yeah. Hmm.
It's about a guy that grows chainsaws out of his arms, and he kills demons with his chainsaws.
okay.
That's the
Okay.
premise.
All right.
There is like a organization that tracks down demons, and he works for that organization to kill other demons with his chainsaw hands.
So it's like Jujutsu Kaisen with chainsaws.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was. I never watched it. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Bungo Stray Dogs.
I watched a couple
No, I haven't
episodes.
heard of
Yeah.
it either.
Isn't it? Don't they have a similar premise to that too, where they hunt down
Yeah,
spirits or whatever?
like this
There's like
premise
a
isn't
lot of
unique.
like,
Yeah,
There's a lot.
There's,
this isn't
I'm
a
like,
unique premise, but I
Yeah,
think
but
yeah, continue.
yeah, but I just want like it's not a unique premise, but
What
what
makes it
makes it
unique?
what makes it
yeah.
stand out?
Yeah,
That's
so
all.
I think particularly for me is like the general themes that happen throughout the story. Because in my opinion, the story has a theme of like expectations versus reality.
Hmm.
So where the main character has like these preconceived notions on what like life is and what he thinks he will enjoy. I guess a little bit backstory. He's like completely broke and like homeless, and he lives on his own. And he only has like his little companion is the little chainsaw dog.
Ooh.
His
Little
name's
chainsaw.
Pochita. Um,
Wait, his name's Pochita?
Pochita. There we go. Yeah, that's his name.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Pochita? Conchitas? Like, come on.
You need to get
I
yourself
need this
a
plush.
Pochita. Yeah, you need the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to
plush.
get a Pochita.
And he's adorable. Or it's adorable. But that I think what really drives Chainsaw Man, which differentiates it from other ones, like yeah, it's pretty action packed. I think what differentiates it is just the fact that it's pretty gruesome, and
Hmm.
also it not just in what visually you see, but also what like the characters go through. Because each character is just like mentally just effed in some way or another. Um, and I think that's what people tend to like about it. It's very kind of real about it. And then yeah, there's the theme of expectations versus reality, where the character thinks certain things, but then when he finally does them, they aren't to what he thought it was. And I think that's
Mm.
fitting for the Chainsaw Man trailer because I feel like people are gonna have way high expectations for what like they're gonna think it's like a genre defining anime. It's gonna be the best anime ever. But Chainsaw Man, what it does well is just it's really good. Like it's solid. There's no weak links in its story and its
Mm-hmm.
characters and how the like story progressed, its themes. It has a very satisfying ending, even if it's like I'm not gonna say anything actually. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
satisfying ending. Um, but it's not even God, I just don't I don't want to like reveal too much. But the ending is really good. But I think people are expecting this to be like something they've never seen before. And
Mm.
like but
You're
it's
not
that you
sure.
and I'm not sure because I've definitely seen this premise before. I've definitely seen these different types of characters, but the way they all interact with each other is very unique. And I think it's just gonna be a very solid anime. Um So if anybody's watching this or hearing this, just
Well, we
rein
do
in the
have.
Rein in the
expectations.
expectations.
Rein in the expectations, but just know you're in for a treat. It's gonna be really good.
Ooh,
That that's good to know. Only because like I especially with like Attack on Titan season 4, like it got so hype. But I think what happens when these like animes start getting really big and I feel like the hype gets toxic. Like people just
Hmm.
start criticizing every single little thing for not being like whatever they envisioned, even when they're like a person doesn't even have a specific vision. And so I think it made Attack on Titan season 4 a little bit less enjoyable for me until I like got off the forums and I was just like, fuck this, I'm just not gonna read what people say anymore.
Hmm.
So that's good to know. Only that way I know that I go into this like completely blind with no expectations and can make my own opinion about it. Cause I mean I don't doubt that we'll start seeing some shit posts about it as well.
yeah.
If it's really like getting
Yeah, because
that popular.
I can tell I could see from like if the first episode comes out and whatever they cover, I could be like, why are people talking about it like it's so good? It's so generic. It's just whatever. It's fighting demons. What's so special about this? I could
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
see some freaking basement gremlin doing that already. Um,
Yeah.
but it's
All
just
right.
gonna
I'm
be really
hyped
good.
though. I'm hyped.
It's
Let's
gonna be
do
good.
this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get myself a little pochita. I don't even know what. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna
Yes.
like this. I'm like, I need this little plushie.
All right.
All
And I
right.
think that's it for as far as like big announcements go. Oh, another just a quick thing about Chainsaw Man trailer. I do have faith that the animation is going to be insane, and maybe a little bit more so because Mappa Studios announced that they're gonna make Chainsaw Man and like they're in like a different branch that focuses on like work-life balance and a positive workplace environment. They're not going to be like overworked, dropping 80 hours a week. So hopefully that translates into animation quality, where like the animators can, you know,
Yeah.
they're
Well,
having a good time.
about time because I know they don't make much. So we can
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah,
that some
yeah,
other time.
yeah. That could
But
be a
yeah.
whole different topic for a different time. So
Mhm.
I'm happy that they actually Mappa Studios looked and like, yeah, this is probably not how we should be doing things. Let's give these guys
Mhm.
some time. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, and I think as far as you guys have anything else you want to catch up on?
What are we watching this week? Yeah. So I guess before we go,
Ooh.
like, what are we watching this week? So I'm definitely going to be catching up on everything that I've missed the past season. So I don't even know where to
Okay.
start though. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Should I start
What is your
86?
list? Yeah,
Okay,
what's the
so
list?
there's 86 to
Hmm.
your eternity. Um, I did want to. Well, there's a bunch of like other ones that I had heard of before that I've been wanting to watch. So like March Comes In Like a Lion. I recently like that's
Mm.
been on my list for a while. There's also this other one called A Place Further Than the Universe. And it's
Oh,
about, have you
really
heard of
good.
that one? Yeah,
Yeah,
like
people
these
love
are
that
just
one.
like some that I've had on my little list for the longest that I've been wanting to watch. And then I'm looking at Crunchyroll really quickly because I had my little list. I need to finish Nagatoro. Um, and I mean, Girlfriend, I think already started. So like I kind of want to start that. Tokyo Revengers, I wanted to check out. There's just too much, y'all. There's too much. So I
Yeah.
don't even know where I'm gonna start.
Or
Do you guys
somewhere.
have any ideas? Yeah, okay,
Uh,
86 or
Uh,
To Your Eternity? What should I start with?
you're gonna get depression from both of them, so just
yeah, you are.
pick your
Really?
poison.
All right, maybe
Yeah.
I'll do like one of them and then I'll
Maybe
throw
finish
in a
up
fun one.
Nagatoro because
Yeah, yeah,
that's pretty wholesome and
Yeah.
cute.
yeah.
And then if you want to be depressed, then watch 86 or To Your
To Your
Eternity.
Eternity? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at this week. There's a lot to catch up on. What about you two?
I'm probably gonna just I'm gonna jump on that girlfriend and remake our life
Okay.
just
Cool.
because
Cool.
I need some feels. I need some I need some more feels.
You need
What kind
some
of feels?
I need
like
to
you
feel
need,
depressed.
but do you need the good depression or just like
Yeah.
depression?
You
Uh,
want good depression? Yeah.
well, the girlfriend will balance it out. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so I think I'll be okay this time.
All right. Hopefully, man. Chris, we're here for you, man.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Whenever you need.
Anything you need to talk about, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Cloud.
check out an anime. Tell me if you guys heard of this anime. It's called Ghost Stories.
Yes.
oh, please no. God,
You both
wait,
heard of it?
Is that the
the
cursed one?
are you gonna watch the dub?
Yeah, with like the
Yes.
cursed dub.
Yeah.
Why
I
are
was
you gonna
watching
watch that?
because I was browsing TikTok and it kept coming up. I was like if you're gonna watch a dub, watch this one. If you're like this is hands down the best anime, something like these things. And I kept watching it and I'm like, okay. And then I like these out of context lines kept making
Yeah.
me laugh. So I finally looked up. Apparently it's on Prime Video. Um
Oh,
and so I'm like, okay, I have Prime. And so I watched the first 3 episodes yesterday and it's really freaking funny, man. Like it's so crude and honestly it doesn't age well.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
that's what I heard.
this is a show that would get canceled immediately if it was streaming right now. But I'm sorry, like it's so funny. Like I'm trying to not like my brain is trying to set itself aside from all the
Yeah.
problems that it has, but
Hmm.
it's just so weird and it's so funny because these lines are just out of left field. There's one where she's running away from a demon and she's just like, demons only eat evil people like Republicans. And it's like,
Oh shit.
and then she's like, and we're not old enough to vote yet, or something dumb like that. And
Oh my gosh.
There's like a bunny in it too, right?
yeah, I haven't gotten to that
Yeah.
part,
Oh
but
my gosh.
and then there's
Okay.
like a little kid character. He's half of his lines is just the subtitles literally say kid like character's name mumbling, like because he's literally not even saying anything. He's just like the whole time. He has like no lines. He says like 2 lines and then it just comes into and turns into nonsense. But I'm gonna watch it because it's just I'm sorry, it's really funny. I was laughing the whole time.
All right, can't
But
wait to hear more about that.
yeah, I'm probably gonna watch like other stuff like remake your life and everything to cleanse my brain. But that's what I'm watching. I'll definitely give you guys the heads up on what I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else? Anything else that y'all want to mention before we
No,
go?
I think
Any closing
producer
thoughts?
San is
It's kicking us
saying to
out,
wrap it up.
man.
Yeah,
Yep,
He's
yep.
hungry. He wants to go to lunch.
yeah. He wants those
Me too.
He
tacos.
wants the tacos. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. We freaking failed this episode. We were supposed to start with some tacos. We've all been pretty busy, so we didn't have time to grab tacos.
Yeah.
But next time.
Maybe next week we'll push the
Yeah.
time back a little bit to get some tacos.
Yeah. So we'll be back live next week. Do we want to set a time? I don't know. Maybe like
If so, I'll just post it on the Twitter.
yeah, we'll post it
If
on
you're watching
Twitter
this and you're new, we do have a Twitter. It's at God, it's so confused. At
at
It's
Otaku.
Otaco Time. At It's Otaco Time. That's gonna be our Twitter. We will also be posting these videos on YouTube in case you want to come back and rewatch them at any point.
Mhm.
You can follow all of our Twitters. They're going to be right underneath. At a simple cloud. Then we have Mayor of Panland, Norethald here. And yeah, we'll be back next week, I
Next week.
believe,
Yep.
with another
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
So,
thanks y'all for
well,
watching. Shout out to Ghost of Harambe for moderating the chat
Yeah.
and letting people know that we have spoilers.
yeah, no, it's
We've
good.
also got Sneaky Crow. He said, or they said that they're gonna order Chainsaw Man Volume 1. Yeah, we hope you
Yeah.
enjoy. All right, well, thank you all so
Mm.
much for watching. Yeah, keep eating tacos, keep watching anime, and we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh, okay, we gotta hold. Oh.